Wayne Rooney moments when you look back at amazing goals, etc. What pops into your head?
I go back to 2002. I think that 16-year-old that scored that goal against Arsenal. Because that's when he kind of burst off. Everyone kind of knew.
Remember the name?
Remember the name. Yeah, that goal there, taking it out the sky, Umbro boots. Because obviously he's associated with Nike now, has been for so long.
Yeah.
But people forget that he used to wear Umbro boots. Brought it out the sky, whipped it. I think Sol Campbell was the centre half who he managed to get it in front of and hit it past David Seaman in goal. That there.
And I think that hit the underside of the bar and went and bounced.
See, told you he's good at it, isn't
he? Yeah.
He's good at that. But yeah. I mean, there's obviously other iconic moments, but when I think of him, I think, wow, that's kind of where it all started, wasn't it?
Tom's up next, a Palace fan. Hello, Tom. Good afternoon.
Oh, hi there, chaps. How you doing?
We're good, very well. Thanks for asking. How are you, Tom?
I'm good. I'm just slightly bemused by the Rooney loving and the Rooney revisionism. I mean, this is a guy who's nowhere near the top 5 English players in the Premier League era. He rode on Ronaldo's coattails for 3 years. Fergie didn't trust him to score goals, so had to sign RVP. And the man was pretty much done by 24.
I mean, to say that, I wouldn't say that he was done because he is United's all-time record goal scorer.
And England's.
And also, you said that he's nowhere near the top 5. Well, who would you have ahead of him?
Well, I don't know how you can leave Alan Shearer out the top 5, so he's got to go in there. I mean, off the top of my head, you've got Cole, Scholes, you've got Gerrard, I'd probably say Kane's a better all-round player than him. Kane is actually a guy who can drop deep and play the deeper role, but everyone...
Yeah, but so could Rooney.
But he couldn't.
But to drop deep?
Everyone said he could, and as he got deeper throughout his career, he just played 50-yard Hollywood balls that would get us nowhere. I mean, other than Euro 2004, can you actually remember a Wayne Rooney England goal?
Yeah.
I can remember another 52 of them. Tom,
I think you have to give Manchester United and England's greatest ever goal scorer a tiny bit of respect.
200 Premier League goals also.
I mean, he took the record away from Bobby Charlton, Sir Bobby Charlton.
And he does deserve a lot of respect. And, the longevity to play that many games for a club like United does mean you're going to score a lot of goals. But I think that if it wasn't for Euro 2004 and all that brought for him, we wouldn't be and have talked about Rooney in the same way that's happened.
Well, you think he's living off that?
Years.
You think he's living off a tournament 17 years ago? He won 5 leagues, a Champions League, a Europa League, FA Cup.
No. I'm not saying he wasn't a good player, but he wasn't in the pantheon of all-time Premier League greats, and certainly not as good as a lot of people made him out.
I think he's in the English one, but you said about Shearer's better than him, and listen, I think Shearer obviously in this country is the greatest ever goal scorer, but I think Rooney's an all-round better player than Alan Shearer.
I think you're probably right, but if I want a jack of all trades, you get a Swiss Army knife. Alan Shearer had a job to do and was the best at it. Wayne Rooney was good at a lot of things, but I'm not sure he was great at any of them.
Was he world class at any stage, Wayne Rooney?
I think there was a season, was it 2009, where he probably was at his peak and was probably world class for a season. I think that was the one where he scored 27 league goals and did it in the Champions League. But outside of that, I think he was always just behind. Your top players, and ultimately, it was a good career, whilst not being what I think is one of the greats in the same way of some of the other players you mentioned.
Listen, you're entitled to your opinion, Tom. Sadly, you're wrong.
That was coming.
But I appreciate you coming on, Tom.